Hey, what's up guys, it's me again and welcome back to my channel Mayta What Ifs. Today I am back with a new story. The name of the story is What If Naruto the True Heir? And yeah guys, it is an unscripted story. Now before continuing this, shout out is due where it is due. Shout out to Jimmy Tais for suggesting this idea. Now moving onwards, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to this channel and follow me on my Apollo Uchiha channel as well if you haven't done so already. And without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Our story begins 13 years after the Kyubi attack in Konoha, as the said village was under another attack from its own ally, this time Suna. They have, in the midst of the Chunin exams final, released their one-tailed Biju, and have sided with the Sound Village to attack Konoha, their longtime ally. Turns out Orochimaru has disguised himself as the Kazekage and infiltrated the village, and now he had cornered Hiruzen Sarutobi in a dome of defense, in which no other person from outside could get in. "What now, Orochimaru?" said Hiruzen Sarutobi, gritting his teeth, as he stood on the other side, with a bow staff in his hand. "What now is that I even the odds for myself," as he made hand seals. "What are you doing, Aro Tensei?" As suddenly two coffins rose from the ground itself, as the lid fell off, revealing two figures, shocking Hiruzen. "Sensei, Lord First, how did you get my hands on this? I have infiltrated this village since long time ago. You were never able to see that, and I took advantage of that." As Hiruzen gritted his teeth, getting prepared for a fight, he did not anticipate what happened next. Both of these said bodies that were within, resembling the first and the second Hokage, opened their eyes, looked towards one another, and then nodded. It seems that Nisan was right after all. Nisan, of course she was. He's my wife. Both of you. Enough chatter. I want you to attack Hiruzen Sarutobi, your student, and kill him. As surprisingly enough, they didn't. They instead turned towards Orochimaru, and what followed suit was a brutal kill. Orochimaru, their summoner, was killed, and yet they were still here. Seeing that their leader has died, the Sound Village retreated back and fast, while Suna was left to fight Konoha all on their own without any leader. As on the other side, we see Hiruzen Sarutobi, who stood there, was shocked. As Anbu surrounded the two Kages, Hiruzen told them, "Halt, Sensei, Lord First. It's been a long time, monkey. You surely have grown older. Much older than I imagined. And you're still hoarding the seed, I see. Enough, Nisan. Don't judge my student. I'm proud that you have lived so long, Hiruzen. What is going on here? Why were we revived? And who was that?" "That was my student, Orochimaru. He trained with Hime and, Jiraiya, my other students." "Hime? How's she doing? Where is she?" "Look around you, Nisan," said Tobirama to his older brother. "We are currently in the midst of the attack. You," he said, pointing towards the shinobi, "go and see if other needs help." "Yes, Lord Second." And immediately they all bolted. "Now, Hiruzen, we must go and deal with that thing that I sense." "What?" "The One-Tails." "Can't you sense it, Hiruzen?" said Hashirama. "Of course I can. Let us then." As they arrived, they halted, because they saw a boy wearing an orange jumpsuit with blonde hair and a toothy grin, even amidst of a lot of wounds on his face, was on top of a huge toad. "Oh yeah? You're gonna go down now, you damn monster. Let's see how you handle this." Using the transformation technique, he transformed the toad into a nine-tailed fox and literally jumped out of it, punching the boy that was unconscious, trapped within the top of the One-Tails, while the One-Tail was frozen for a second, seeing the other Biju. With the punch that Naruto delivered, the boy was awake, causing the sand structure to crumble down of the One-Tails. "No! After all these years, I was finally free! Hear me, you dear damn boy! I'm gonna kill you the next time I see you!" As Naruto, as well as both Gaara, were falling down, and even then Naruto went and tried to protect him from getting hurt. Seeing this, Hashirama used his wooden style and made a wooden slide out of a wooden beam, causing both of them to slide down and land onto the ground with a bit of rolling and thuds. Wow, that was not as smooth. You would rather you have been flattened, dear boy, said Tobirama. Ah, who is this? Why does he look like the second stone guy? Second stone guy? Naruto calls the Hokage monument the stone guys. Well, this is the second stone guy, Naruto, because this is the second Hokage Tobirama sent you. Why does he look like he have cracks on his face? Since he's an Edo Tensei. Wait, I have a lot of questions, Sensei. Since Orochimaru is dead, then how come you're still here? We will explain everything later. Right now we need to deal with this mess. And after a few hours more, the battle had come to a halt. Konoha had survived this, beating two villages, one of its own allies and the other one being Sound Village. Both of them attacked, and yet they were able to defend themselves and protect themselves. As now we see, after all this chaos inside the council chamber, all the council members were present, and they were dead quiet because two of the legends and their past Hokages were there. As even Danzo was literally shifting uncomfortably in his seat. I must say that it is an incredible delight to see you here, even if the circumstances are different, Sensei. But how is this possible? How are you still here when the Edo Tensei is gone? That is because of Mito. She knew that this jutsu that I created was too dangerous, so she came to me and consulted me when I was still in charge. As we go to a flashback in which we see a Tobirama, who was the Hokage, working in his office, as there was a knock on the door. Come in. As soon as the person came in, Tobirama suspected it was his assistant, but it wasn't. It was his sister-in-law. His older sister, Mito Uzumaki, sent you. Mito-sama. It's alright, you can call me Ne-san here as well, Tobi. Alright, Ne-sama. What can I do for you? The Edo Tensei technique that you have created and have been working on. You checked my notes, I see. Yes, it's too dangerous. Willingly trying to revive a person and using them as a puppet. I do not want that for my family. You're right. That would be a disaster if it fell into the wrong hands. So, what do you suggest? Give me the scrolls. I will alter the seal without anyone suspecting it. The real seal will not affect the Senjus and the Uzumakis. Alright? Then it shall be done. And so, now we go to the present. So wait, said Hiruzen, you mean to say that the Edo Tensei, it doesn't affect you? No, it doesn't affect any Hokage, because the seal that is written is the same pattern. I made it evident that no Hokage would ever be used against its own people. You see. So that is why you are here. Yes, Mito-sama gave us free will, as well as our own desire when to leave and when to stay, if we are revived, that is. So you mean to say you can stay here forever if you want to? Yes, but that would be disrupting the cycle of life and death. Don't you agree, Tobi? But Hashirama-sama, the village needs you more than ever. I can see that. But our time has come to an end long time ago. The next generation, from what I can tell, especially that boy Naruto, they have a lot of fire in them. The will of fire. They will be able to carry the torch. Don't you mean Sasuke Uchiha? No, there was no Uchiha in sight. The boy was there, said Tobirama, defeating the One-Tails on his own. That is quite commendable. If anything, if I had to do here is to personally train him. You have been hogging over the seat, I see, but why have you not made him into an apprentice? That boy is a genius. He was able to come up with a solution, on the point, turning that huge toad into the visage of the Nine-Tails, confusing the One-Tails, giving him enough time to defeat it by causing its Jinchuriki to wake up. As everyone was stunned. You mean to say that Naruto did this all on his own? Yes. Every doubt in my sight. No, not at all, Lord Second. Good then. To be honest, I see more of myself in him, said Hashirama with a smirk. Say, Hiruzen, where is my granddaughter? Why isn't she here? Well, to be honest, she... As that is when Jiraiya arrived, Lord First, Lord Second. I am Jiraiya, one of Hiruzen-sama's students. Pardon me for saying this, but she deserted the village and is living in abandonment because she doesn't want to come back to Konoha. Why? It's complicated, sir. If it would be wise if you ask her yourself. We have been trying to get her back because Sensei and I think that she would be the best fit to be the 5th Hokage. Her, huh? Are we sure about that? Said Hashirama. I mean, she is kind of my first grandchild, so I might have spoiled her a bit too much. Actually, me and Naruto were going to go and get her after the Chunin exams. It would be best if you two join us along. And how about we introduce you to Naruto as well? The boy has been recovering, said Hiruzen. It would be best if you meet him, Sensei. If you wish to train him, that is. Of course, Sensei, said Danzo as he stood up. Are you sure about him? Of course. Have I ever been wrong, Danzo? Never, Sensei. You believe in my word? Of course. Then trust me on this. That boy has both the things that Konoha needs. You and Hiruzen have done great enough. I'm proud of both of you and Koharu as well as Homura. But it's time to pass the torch to the next generation. Old generations hoarding it off would only be poisoning the next one. Nothing else. You're right, Sensei. It was foolish of me to ask this, said Danzo. Because if anyone could convince Danzo that his ideologies were foolish, it was his own Sensei. And he has just said that to his face. And everyone was shocked to see that Danzo was acting like this. Like a small soldier in front of its general. Because that was true. Because that is how Danzo viewed the Lord Second. As now we see, they arrived inside the hospital room in which Naruto was being kept. As Naruto was sleeping soundly, snoring there within that hospital room after being bandaged up. Are we sure we're in the right room? Is he even the boy that saved us? Said Tobirama. Oh, hush now, Tobirama. Of course it is the same boy. I can sense that. He has the same chakra. How can you tell? Because his chakra signature resembles mine. Are you sure about this, Nissan? Said Tobirama, getting serious. Of course. What do you mean by that? Lord First, Sensei, said Hiruzen. It means that Naruto might even have the affinity to awaken the Mokitan. That might be quite wrong, I'm sorry to say, but Naruto hasn't shown any affinity towards that in any possible way. That is where you're wrong, Hiruzen. The boy may not have shown it, but he possesses it. Once we go to get Tsunade, I'll be able to make sure that we test it. As suddenly Naruto began to stir away, causing them all to halt, talking amongst one another. As Naruto, opening his eyes, looked up. Hey, Gigi. Thank God you're okay. Speak for yourself, Naruto. I'm glad that you are fine. Defeating the One-Tails on your own. Yeah, that was certainly something, huh? Wasn't it? In no time I'm gonna take your seat and become the strongest Hokage. You better watch it. Of course you will, son. Said Hashirama. Why is this cracked-faced stone guy here? Stone guy? What does he mean by that? He calls the Hokage monument and the faces there the stone guys. So yes, technically you're the stone guy 1 and I'm the stone guy 2. And Hiruzen over here is the stone guy 3. Yes, I'm the stone guy 3. Anyways, enough of this, Naruto. You will be going with Jiraiya now that you have recovered and woken up with these two to grow and grab Tsunade's Senju, because she will be the 5th Hokage. What? Why not me now? Because you're too young, Naruto. Hey, if he is placed in the Hokage position right now, it would be amazing to test and see how far he can go. No, Nissan. We're running a goddamn village, not an experiment. Jeez. And they say I'm the older brother, said Hashirama, sulking. As Naruto watched this all with a sweat drop, a huge one on the back of his head. Seriously, what is wrong with these two? Trust me, kid, sometimes even I wonder, what is? And so, now we see Naruto and they all departed to go and get Tsunade. While they traveled, Naruto was yapping about them and how he has learned about them, and it was a pain. Seriously? Is it that much of a hassle and bore to learn about us? I mean, it's cool to learn about your battles and techniques, but seriously, again and again for 7 years, it gets boring. I mean, come on, what do we get benefit out of it? He is right, kind of, Nissan, said Tobirama. I mean, for 1 year, it is understandable. 2 years, maybe a bit of a stretch, but 7 years, that is not right. Well, actually, it was the civilian council members who wanted this. Civilian council members wanted this? Yes. Since you gave them the power, they have been using it. More like abusing it, said Tobirama. I only gave them enough power so that they could intervene in civilian matters. In no way possible I allowed them to intervene in the shinobi matters whatsoever. So I do not understand why they would interfere. While this went on, they arrived at a small town known as Tanabata Town, in which a lot of casinos were present. Of course she would turn out to be a gambler, said Tobirama, rubbing his temples. She is your granddaughter after all. Hey, she's your grandniece as well, so mind your tongue. Of course, as Tobirama began to grumble under his breath. What is he mumbling about? He tends to do that, I forgot, whenever he was pissed. Seriously, your time to live was quite something, wasn't it, Sensei? Said Jiraiya, who himself was finding out about this and, to be honest, was quite amazed. As now we see, they arrived inside a casino in which they found a drunkard Tsunade, who looked towards them. Huh? You look like my grandpa, you know that? I am your grandfather, you stupid girl. Did I do too much? As after that, Tobirama, pinching the bridge of his nose, pushed him aside. Stay out of there. Stay out of my way, Nissan. And literally karate chopped in the middle of Tsunade's forehead, causing him to lose all the booze and be awake now. What the? Are you out of your... Wait. Uncle? It's your granduncle. Yes. Uncle Tobirama. How is this? I'm also here too, Hime. It's just sad that you never got to saw me. That Hashirama sulking again. Grandpa? How in the... Why do you have cracks on your face? We used the Edo Tensei. I mean, by us, it was actually Orochimaru who was killed by them. Then how come they're here? I knew it. Grandma warned me about this jutsu, and that is why I stayed the hell away from it. But no, Konoha had to go and use it now. Didn't it? It wasn't Konoha. Then how come they're still here? It's because your grandmother gave us the free will. Not any Hokage, as well as the Senju and Uzumaki clan, would ever be used as a puppet. Not by Konoha, nor by any other village, or any other person. I see. Thank God. Grandma was, after all, the most genius out of you two. As Tobirama was literally being held back by Hashirama once he heard that, because it hurted his ego a bit. As Naruto watched this from afar, are we sure these two stone guys are the real ones? Because he told me they were dignified and heroes, not these cartoons. What did you call me, kid? Are we sure this is the kid that you want to train? Even I'm beginning to doubt it, but unfortunately, yes, this is the one. What do you mean, unfortunately? What did I do? What did he do? What did I do, he says. He is crazy. Not as crazy as you, I see. As after the bickering came to an end, we finally see they begin to sit down and talk. So you want me to come back? Yes. Yes, we do. But why? Once I go back, you two will be gone. We're gonna stay there for a few months, Hime, to train Naruto. Actually, it would be wise if you stay a bit longer, said Jiraiya, as he was reading a scroll that had arrived with the help of Toad. What do you mean by that? My spy network has discovered a organization, Akatsuki. Now, on paper, they don't seem like much of a threat. Mercenaries, bunch of rogue shinobis forming the group and doing some tasks, vague tasks for different villages. But they have been seen spying around and snooping around different villages, which it's not good for anyone. That is correct. That is not good for anyone. But why? Each and every Biju has one thing in common, if not anything else. The Jinchurikis. Satobirama. The what now? The Jinchurikis. The Bijus. Something tells me that they want the Bijus. But why? What's more even shocking is that there is a masked person claiming to be Madara Uchiha. That is their group leader. Well, that does it. I'm staying here. Said Tobirama instantly. No. You and your hatred for Uchihas. Talking about Uchihas, last time I checked, there was only one left alive. Why wasn't he killed? Tobirama! I mean, it's a genuine question. Why leave one alive when you were done with the rest? Why is he so special? It's a bit complicated, but you can ask Sensei when you get back. Alright. And so they all arrived back. And once they did, Tobirama called for a council meeting, as Sasuke Uchiha was also there. You, Lord Second, I want you to train me. Do you know how much of a big honor it is to train me, an elite, an Uchiha, the one who is at the same level as your clan? As Killer Intent was released, so much so that cracks visibly formed everywhere. How dare you, Uchiha? How dare you lowly scum even compare my clan to yours? You Uchihas know only one thing. And that is bragging. Bragging and yapping about how elite you are. You disgust me, you lot. Enough about you and your racism towards them. What my racist little brother over here is trying to say is that, why are you alive? Well, your brother could have killed you alongside the rest of the clan. To hell I know. The only thing I am aware is that he left me because he wanted me to get strong so he could kill me. Of course he could. Because he wants your eyes, you damn bastard. What? He wants your eyes. Your cursed eyes. He wants you to awaken the patron eyes, the Mangekyo. Once he has those, he would awaken the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. Like Madara did. This is not good. A person claiming to be Madara outside and another person wanting to become Madara. We cannot let this happen. While I'm here, I won't. Good thing I'm at Edo Tensei as well, so no they bastards won't be able to kill me. Tobirama, when are you going to give up? Never! Elite clan, my ass. If anything, you're bottom feeders. Never forget that. And from then onwards, Sasuke Uchiha's credibility plummeted to the ground. Way faster than any demolition job has ever happened in the world. Because the Lord Second himself, literally in front of the whole council, just dropped shit bombs on him and caused him to lose everything. His standing and all that bullshit. It pissed him so off that in the end, after being ignored by everyone, he defaulted from the village itself, going to the organization that came to him, Akatsuki. And they told him the truth about the murder, and that pissed Sasuke off even more in wanting to destroy Konoha. And so now we see the same thing after his abandonment was discovered was being discussed. That's a good thing. If I would meet the gentleman, I would shake his hand because he saw what every one of you want. Sensei, please! Uncle, why are you so hateful towards Uchiha? I gathered that you hated a few of them, but... As I say, a good Uchiha is a dead Uchiha. None of you believe me. I didn't even want it to make them a part of the clan. I believed that the younger generation would better, but no, they have gotten worse with each generation. As Hashirama bonked him when they had enough of you and your racist friends. That is why you were never able to even land yourself in a marriage. What? What does this have to do with anything with my marriage? Enough! You do not even deserve to be on the stone faces over there. Both of you are bickering childs. You hear me? As Naruto, after hearing that, saying that, left. Naruto is known as the dumbest one amongst us, amongst his own peers. And if he is able to tell that you're unreasonable, that says something about you, Sensei. As both of them looked down and just gritted their teeth and were still holding on to their ideologies and views. In the meantime, Naruto was pissed, so much so that he was literally mumbling until he bumped into the Akatsuki themselves as they surrounded him and Sasuke was with them. Hello there, Tobe. You think you can get everything that belonged to me? As suddenly he charged Chidori. Sasuke, calm down. You're not the same bastard that they speak of you. You're our bastard. I mean, you're still egotistical and all that. Enough! I'm not gonna let you insult me as well. Now die! And suddenly Naruto was surrounded by a wooden golem covering him, and that golem uppercutted Sasuke so hard that his skull, with his spine still intact, ripped out of his body. With a single punch, killed. As the others were shocked, as out of the bushes came the first and the second. I didn't want to do this, but yes! You are my brother after all. I knew you would do that. I only wanted to protect him, but I guess I'm quite strong in this form. As the other Akatsuki members were now afraid. One Hokage was already a trouble, but dealing with 3 of them? Yeah, that was insane. And the cherry on top, there were 2 of the Sanins there as well. You think I will let you leave? As Tobirama summoned 4 of his clones and surrounded them in a purple barrier, meaning they couldn't escape, no matter where they went. This is going to be a massacre. And what followed suit by the next sunrise was a massacre of them. While Naruto, he watched this with wide horror-filled eyes. You killed Teme and everyone! They were going to kill us if we hadn't done the same. You have to learn that if you wish to become a Hokage. No matter what happens, you always go for the kill if it's an Uchiha. No! As Hashirama bonked him on the head. No matter what happens, sometimes you have to make the difficult choices. When it comes to protecting your loved ones, Naruto. Always remember that. I said the same thing, said Tobirama. No, you were just being racist towards the Uchiha. We're already dead. And that makes me happy. As Hashirama pinched the bridge of his noses, yelling at his wife, why would she place Tobirama within the Edo Tensei? In the meanwhile, the other villages, they too were afraid because they knew the 2 Hokages were here from the dead, and that scared them shitless. While in the meanwhile, Kabuto and the disciples of Orochimaru were planning their own revenge because of the death of their master, while Naruto continued his training with them. As at the age of 17, when Naruto reached, we see that Madara Uchiha, after a lot of trials, was revived. But what followed suit was something they did not expect it. He was a puppet, a weakling, without free will. And using him alone, they descended upon Konoha, and Naruto alone was more than enough to beat him. While Tobirama enjoyed this with popcorn, Hashirama was a bit sad, because this is what his friend has become now. He immediately went and dispatched off Kabuto so that his friend could be freed. Hashirama, how is this possible? Said Madara's soul as he departed from his body as it crumbled down to the earth. Go now. You're free. Thanks, I guess. No! My father is ruined. I see that your brother is here as well. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Jeez. No wonder that I hated him so much. Fuck you, Madara. I hate you back. Are we sure this is the second Hokage? I mean, like, his personality. It's personal when it comes to the Uchihas. Aside from that, I'm quite chill. Is that how you say it, Naruto? Yes, I guess so. And so, once Naruto reached at the age of 18, and it was established that he was the strongest and the most fittest person to become the Hokage, but not only that, the heir to the both Uzumaki as well as the Senju clan, because now he possessed both of the bloodlines and both of their Kekkei Genkais. making him one of the strongest, youngest Kages and shinobis, is the day they decided to depart. Tsunade cried but was consulted by the leaving spirits, but in the end they were happy that they have arrived just in the nick of time to crown the new Hokage and their heir, and also depart on good notes with their grandniece and granddaughter. As for Naruto, he vowed that there would be a new age, and he would be the one leading them into it. As this is where I will be leaving this story off, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, and follow me on my Polo Uchiha channel as well. As this is it for the day, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.